Hello, hello, good times, zones, meter sprites, good times, zones. So today, so today before we go over learning how to survive earthquakes together, I need to put a disclaimer because the videos we're gonna watch it. So I'm gonna put this. Please be aware that the videos we are watching together might have I can't spell. Oh, there it is. Might have natural disasters footage. Okay. And if this is not something you can handle, then please click off the stream. And that'll be a good one. Okay, so right now, for those who are not aware of the rules, for those who have not seen the YouTube community announcement, I have made more rules to make sure I maintain my community and also make sure those who are also in my community follow YouTube TOS because I did some background I did some background checking for some of my fans, some of you media sprites, just to see what's up. And then I realized some I suspected did not follow the YouTube TOS, and I feel like they shouldn't be watching my content. So that's why I have to ban them. Okay, so let me go over the rules. So for those who have not seen the rules, let me show it to you. Well, I'm just putting the ones that I've updated already. So here. Okay, hopefully you can see it. So here's the new rules. I put that in for my my other streams from now on. So yeah, so for those that I've underlined, those are the added rules. So please note that my stream's content are intended for mature audiences, so viewer discretion advised. If you're being really immature and rude, you'll be banned. The reason I put that is because because the games I'm playing or the content I am streaming, it may contain, most of the time it may contain adult humor and swearing. So like adult content, adult humor, and also horror stuff. So you shouldn't be watching this if this does not suit you. If you're not mature, then yeah, do not watch my streams. And yeah, if someone's chatting like immature, if you're just saying like really brain rot stuff and you're just being rude, then I'm gonna suspect that you're underage and you'll be banned. That's the end of this part. So make sure you behave. Okay, and so for this one, I remembered I've added do not backseat spoil demand me unless I do not backseat spoil unless asked. So this time I put demand because I had some of you been demanding me stuff or requesting me stuff that I haven't asked for yet. So like for example, when I was doing an art stream, I was just drawing a YouTuber shipping. That had some media sprites requested me to draw, even though I've told them like two or three times, and they haven't. I think for now they've stopped for a while. But yeah, I so yeah, I just feel uncomfortable if like if you're demanding me, if you're demanding me or or requesting me to do something, and if I said no, then don't, or just basically don't demand me unless I put a stream that says, oh, art request, or oh, karaoke request, or put in like a pin like, oh, song request is okay, or oh, art request is okay. Like simple request fine, but if it just don't shove that into my face. That's that's all I ask for this part, please. Again, no backseating, no spoilers unless I asked. And this one here, I've added another rule. When I tell you to stop seriously, please stop. Not doing so results in a warning, timeout, or ban. So basically, if I tell you to stop seriously, then stop. Say this part I'll be more firm. This part I'll be more strict on this one. So I will warn you, timeout, or ban. Either one of those. So if I tell you to stop seriously, then yeah, please stop. And this one here, do not self-advertise or promote. Okay, so this one I put right here. Like I know I'm a small content creator, but I feel like I put this here so that you at least know basic streamer etiquette. For those who are coming by to like other streams, just be aware that the stream is about them, not the other or you if you're in someone's stream. For example, if I'm streaming and then you decided to advertise yourself or someone else, then that will make the streamer uncomfortable. So yeah, please don't do that. Unless I did, oh, please check out them or stuff, then okay. But I'm the one that's supposed to be doing the self-advertisements, hence my own stream, or unless I be doing other promotions of like, oh, check out this person. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I apologize in advance. I feel I should have done this like a long time ago. But since I have more audience, that's a good thing I took action to put this immediately. So yeah, so sorry events for those that I've banned. I hope you understand. And please take care of yourself. Okay, now then, I'll be going over how to survive earthquakes. So yeah, I put the pin, so please be aware that videos we're watching together might have natural disasters footage. But let me check to see if this one has copyrighted content, because if it does, oh my gosh. And also, just a disclaimer, I am not the source, do not treat me as the actual source when dealing with earthquakes, because I mean, I'm somewhat familiar with earthquakes, but doesn't mean that I fully know how to survive from it though, so just be aware. So that's why we're learning this together. Okay, so this video I picked is how to survive an earthquake. Okay, let me just delete this. Okay, here we go. And also my pause in between, so just let you know.
All of a sudden, you feel a jolt beneath your feet. You think your legs might be shaking, but before you know it, everything is shaking around you. Roads are cracking, windows are smashing, and buildings are falling apart. And if you don't act fast, you'll be in some serious trouble. So here's what you can do to survive an earthquake. Earthquakes are devastating natural disasters that can destroy entire communities.
I feel like a bad
They
earthquake would
occur
start when
due
it's at
to the
magnitude
tectonic plates
6.0
on
or
the Earth's
more.
crust. The plates are constantly rubbing against each other, and when these bumps are violent enough, a seismic wave will happen, causing an earthquake. These can range from a slight tremor to a shake so big it will take out entire buildings. So if you do find yourself in this situation, what can you do to survive? Is there a way
that's
you
why I
can
made this
prepare
stream.
for something like this? How can your desk help you survive? And what should you do after the dust
Remember, as
settles?
advised, when the earthquake happens,
We're not just
stay
here
the
to
frick
ask
away from
questions,
windows
though.
because of glass
We've
shards.
come up with our 6 most helpful tips on how to survive an earthquake. Number 1, watch your surroundings.
Yep, that one's
As soon
obviously.
as you start to feel a rumble, check to see what's around
And also, you can check to
If
see
you're
if
near
your
any
light,
tall
if your lamp is
shelves,
like wiggling,
televisions,
or
or
if,
glass
yeah, you
windows,
see like the water like
you'll need to move
shaking.
away
That's
immediately.
a sign.
you. These are the first things to fall and break during an earthquake. And if one of them injures you or lands on you, it could cause you to get stuck. And if you know an earthquake might be coming, do your best to secure anything that might fall before it happens.
Yeah.
Number 2,
So yeah, make
drop,
sure.
cover, and hold
And
on.
that one too. Yeah.
This
Feel
is the
something shake.
official phrase
Obviously,
from
hide
emergency
under
management
your desk.
organizations.
Hide.
And they're the 3 most important words you'll need to
Hide
know
on your
during an
bed.
earthquake. First, you'll
If
want
your
to drop
bed
down
has,
low to the ground and seek some cover.
Yeah.
This could be under
then
a
also
sturdy
cover your
dining
head.
room table or your desk, and it will be your best bet for surviving any falling debris. Next, hold on until the rumbling stops. Number 3, keep on
But
waiting.
also be aware that there's
Even
aftershocks.
after the earthquake stops, it's best to stay put under cover for 1 to 2 minutes. As you wait, more debris might fall, and aftershocks might occur after the initial quake. These are smaller earthquakes that sometimes occur after the big one. Number 4, check for injuries. Although you've managed to survive this long, others might not have been
Also,
so
I was
lucky.
told that if
Check
you're
on
just
your loved
outside
ones
the
or
building
anyone
and
else near you to see if they need medical
and
attention.
you had nothing to
If you're
cover
a
your head,
medical professional
obviously
or
use your
are
hands,
trained
but
in
just
first
go
aid,
to the
see what
nearest
you can
wall
do
of
to
the
help.
building
And
and
if you're
then
not, see
duck,
if you can
cover,
get in
and hold.
contact with a healthcare provider. And if someone is injured
To
to
the
the
corner of
point
the
where
wall.
they can't move, try to carefully move them away from any debris that might fall. Number 5, check for structural damage. Next, after you've done what you can for the people around you, identify any other potential hazards in your area.
Oh,
Smell to
right,
detect any
speaking of-
gas leaks and
okay.
look around for any
I just realized an important information. Okay, if you are aware that an earthquake is coming, immediately shut off your waters and definitely your electricity if it's really bad. So yeah, turn off your water heater, turn off your AC, turn off. So you basically just turn off your water heater, turn off the gas if you have it at your home, and then also maybe electricity because if you don't do that and when the earthquake shakes, when the earth shakes, you might so there might be it's gonna be really hazardous because it's in risk of exploding the house too. Because I mean, basically those water heaters and stuff, they're just like under the ground. But just yeah, please correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, if so like after aftershocks, etc., immediately shut off your water heater, your water, and also probably water system. Yep, water system too. Then yeah, disconnect your electricity and so on. Because if you don't do that, you're gonna risk your house getting exploded or on fire, and that's pretty bad.
Major structural damage that might cause a problem in the near future. If you can safely do so, turn off your electricity and your gas. This
There
will
you
give you a
go.
better chance of preventing any explosions or fires.
Yep, that's what I'm
Number
talking
6,
about.
go to your meeting place. If you live in a place that frequently gets earthquakes, like California or anywhere along the Ring of Fire, you should have 2 meeting places arranged. One should be outside your home in the event of a smaller earthquake, and one outside your neighborhood in case a big earthquake happens.
Also, let me put there that you also maybe check in with your local authority buildings to see if you have more, at least get the news if you don't have any communications with you. And also, yeah, make sure you have contacts of those you trust, your loved ones, so that you can check and see if they're okay or not. And if you have children, make sure I recommend that you at least get them to memorize the phone numbers and emergency contacts. Get them to memorize the emergency contacts. Like, let's just say that the list of what you wrote down for emergency contacts is not there. Unless your children are far away and they don't know how to contact. But if they do have the least know how to memorize the emergency contacts, then that would be pretty beneficial. So yeah, make sure, and then also make sure like if a natural disaster happens, you make sure you know where your meetup place is if that ever occurs. So if that ever occurs, then definitely find a meetup place, but make sure it's a safe one though.
This will allow you to regroup with loved ones and plan where to go next. Earthquakes can definitely be scary and incredibly dangerous, but if you follow these tips, you have a better chance of surviving.
I feel like
Hopefully,
there is
you
more
won't have
to
any
that.
other natural.
Oh right, and then depending on how bad the magnitude is for the earthquake, they can cause a tsunami. No joke. If let's say if a earthquake has a really high magnitude, it's a higher chance of a tsunami appearing, so be aware of that. Okay. Um let me see if there's any more videos or we just discuss whichever we learned. Cause yeah, I mean How to Survive, it does have good tips. Let me scroll down the comments. And I know there's people living in earthquakes that are pretty frequent. And I know some could be light, some could be really fatal. But for those living in the area that magnitudes are light, just be aware that you never know if a high magnitude could ever hit. But I don't know why I'm explaining like I know it, but truth be told, I'm still learning. So I might not explain that good or explain it incorrectly. But if you do have higher knowledge of earthquakes or how to survive from them, then yeah, then yeah, you just correct. You can feel free to correct me. I don't mind. Hi, Anakin. And lurking, happy lurking to you, Anakin. Yeah, right now we are just going over learning how to survive from earthquakes, and totally not because I fear that it might happen someday, and then I'm afraid that meteor sprites don't know how what to do. Yeah, yeah, totally. I'm alright, just busy. What about you, Wanakin? Or you don't have to if you want to keep lurking. Okay. Oh, darling. Oh, darling, it'll be fine. Okay. Yeah, it's just like, well, what if my meteor sprites they don't have the basic knowledge of how to survive a natural disaster or an earthquake? By the way, Anakin, did you know that with a higher magnitude of earthquake, they can cause a chance of a tsunami? I'm reading a book before bed, but I'll be listening about long about earthquakes. Oh, got it. Also, right now I'm just playing a video, and if you want me to turn off the video, I'll gladly do so. So I'll just be watching over the video, and then I'll just be yapping here and there. Okay, let's see. Debunked do's and don'ts of earthquake survival. All right, let's see. Let's see.
You're enjoying a nice sunny
All right, let me open this up. There you go.
stroll when suddenly the ground starts shaking and your surroundings start tumbling. What do you do? Because we're here to teach you the do's and don'ts of earthquake survival. Because, as it happens, there's actually quite a lot of bad advice and misinformation surrounding this topic.
I'm Stu, this is Debunked, and we're here to
Oh,
sort
no
the truth
worries.
from the
No,
myths.
with audio, maybe
facts
we'll
from the
avoid copyright.
misconceptions.
Oh, that's right.
First of
I need to
all,
check
what exactly
see.
is an earth?
It doesn't have copyright material, but I'll just mute the browser audio just in case. Yeah, thanks for that heads up, Anakin. Meteor sprites, ayo. Oh my gosh. Well, we're just gonna make sure that you don't fly. If you're just gonna be flying in space, make sure you don't crash onto Earth. Okay, seems like the Earth has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. That goes zoom. No, meteor sprites. Yeah, if, don't want a bunch of meteor sprites just land crashing onto a planet. Oh dear, that would cause a natural disaster. Yeah, besides, maybe that's when things will start to shake. No, what a kid. Also, I feel like it's possible that volcano eruptions can also cause earthquakes. And maybe tsunamis. Alright, I remember I read the fact that the reason earthquake happens not because people died by the earthquake, it's because of the debris and the buildings above them. That's what caused the most deaths. And that's why you stay away from windows if that happens. Yeah, I was taught this many times. Make a plan, find where to meet up, have context of your loved ones. No, be familiar with emergency contacts, be familiar with the places that you're going to meet up if a natural disaster happens. And definitely know where to escape or know the evacuation routes. And yep, if you have like heavy stuff above the shelf, recommend to put them at the bottom and put the light stuff on top. Like if you have a shelf of books, let's say the heaviest books should go to the bottom. And obviously for my emergency bag stream, obviously have your important documents, have your dry food, water. Wait, there is an earthquake simulation? I did not know that. The dude standing on the streetlight is not, that's not safe. Yeah, don't be aware of aftershocks too. Like, sure, it might stop shaking for a while, but if it's that bad, there might be chances of aftershocks. Oh my gosh, this dude is scaring me with that street light. Oh my gosh, move away. Exactly. Why is he not covering his head? Why are they not covering their head? Oh right, exactly. Like if you have something to shield your head with, just grab it and go. Just grab it, cover it, and then proceed. And by the way, I heard that cars for during earthquakes, you immediately immediately pull over if you feel something shaky. Immediately pull over, park, emergency brake, and of course. It also gets difficult to drive in a car if there's high magnitudes of earthquake because there's cracks. You're gonna risk your tires. Oh man, drive on bridges during earthquakes. Oh man, you would be most likely cooked. And of course, if you're at a beach and you know there's an earthquake occurring, you should stay away from the waters. Go to the highest building or highest mountain. Go uphill if you're at a beach or near the waters. So you're thinking, wait, all the water is gone. Should I be clear? No, you run for your freaking life. Like if you have a beach wave and then just pushing so far away, like to the point that they're not barely coming back to the shallows, then you should better run the frick away. Yep, I was advised stay away from windows. If that happens, Oh man. All right. Yep. Do not use. You do. Yeah. Oh, so you do not use elevators when that happens because you might get stuck. Yep. Yeah. Like that fella there. That's why it's advisable to use the stairs instead of the elevator. But let's just say, oh, you're in the elevator and then that just happened. Make sure. Yeah, I think it's probably think try to get out of the elevator and climb safely. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Move your cake. Move your cake inside. But let's just say you're in bed and that happens. You can use your blanket, your pillow to shield yourself. Or you immediately go under bed if you have enough room to go in. There you go. Like that the diagram showed you. Now here's the myths or the debunks. Oh wait, alright, meteor sprites, did you like this stream? If you do, can you give it a like, please? Or if you don't wanna, I'm chill. I had a vote. I had two votes in the poll to make sure I remind you to like. So I'm doing it anyways. Oh man, the doors. It's holding on to the open door like that is not advisable. But let's say there's no stuff at both sides. Is it still okay to hold the door? Oh, I did not know that. So you don't take cover on desks if you can't find it. So just go in triangular. So it leans down. Oh, it's giving me the right angle vibe. Yeah, the right angle. It's taking me back to Pythagorean. Pythag. Oh, geometry. What the heck? But still, just still hide under the desk if it's possible. Okay, for let's say like you're in a high building and you know an earthquake's coming, I would just immediately go down and get out as soon as possible. Okay, so yeah, it seems like that's a myth. Triangular thingies could get you at risk. Yep, still hide in your desk, hide in your bed. Okay, I'm confused. Is that myth or is that no? Okay, then yeah, don't do that. So it's risky. The basics. So basically, the triangle of life is a myth. So it's risky. Yep, check yourself for injuries if that happens. Yep, aftershocks, here we go. So, okay, so yep, aftershocks can be powerful, more powerful than the first shake. So, yeah, if you think the shake is over, if that magnitude was that high, then no. So, yeah, if let's say you suspect there's a high magnitude, like I don't know, 6.0 or up, there's a higher chance of a powerful aftershock. So just be wary. And then yeah, make sure you away from windows. Keep Protect your head. Urge those around you to, protect something with their heads. Like a backpack or stop sign if it's broken though. Don't just break it off and use it. Yeah. Alright, and if you're at your homes, definitely shut off your electricity, shut off the gas stoves, shut off like basically like anything used for gas. And turn off your water heater too. Because if you don't do that during an earthquake, your house is gonna explode. Literally. So yeah, if you know an earthquake's incoming or you did not expect it, then definitely shut off shut off the shut off the electricity, the gas, the water heater, etc. But yeah, make sure you keep yourself safe first, and after that, and just beware of aftershocks. And then that's when you can turn off the stuff, and then gather your emergency bag, your dry stuff food, your communications, to make sure your loved one's okay. Make sure you have no injuries for them too, and then pretty much get the heck out of your houses, your homes, and find a place somewhere else safe, I suppose. Oh man, I can't believe it. Stream ago is just to basically educate my fan or learn together with my fans, just so that they know how to prepare for natural disaster. Oh my gosh! And I'm not just and then I'm totally not just punning my way through. What the? A seismologist explains how to prepare for a massive earthquake. Okay. Maybe we can watch this one. But alright, I forgot to drop the link. How to watch it together. Oh my gosh. Alright, let me listen through Wild. Okay. So yep, there is gonna be real footage of earthquakes, so please be aware if this is not something that you can handle, please don't watch the stream. Alright, I'm sending the link. And after that, whoa, that ground just shook. That's really brutal. See, I muted the audio just to prevent myself from copyright. I know I'm not monetized, but it's good practice. So yeah, during earthquakes, this is what happens if you don't shut off your electricity, don't shut off your gas during an earthquake. But do so safely. Well, earthquakes can be unpredictable. Yeah. Maybe that's why I was told, oh, it can happen anytime. Man, getting sandwiched between those debris is pretty brutal. All right. Speaking of animals, I remembered. Oh, okay. So you can also observe animals around you too. Cause they can sense earthquakes much easier than we humans can do. So yeah, if you see them running, scattering here and there, it could be a sign of a natural disaster. It could be a sign. Like if it's unusual to see them just scurrying here and there, then that's a sign that something's up. Yep. So yeah, basically animals they can detect earthquakes much earlier, and there are different types of waves. Okay, got it. I remember it's after just taking a geography class. It started to click like oh. So if you see your pet jumping here and there, or you see your pet's just looking unusual. It looks very unusual. Then that's a sign something's up. It looks like a fissure, not gonna lie. But I feel like fissures, they would pull them apart. Ooh, okay, so that's a bad sign. Okay, so if seismic keeps moving more and more and more, then that's disaster. That's a disaster. Not gonna lie, when seeing those bridges on like the freeways, that kind of get me, they kind of get me worried a bit. So I don't know. I feel like it's not. I think another VTuber goal for my case or throughout content creation, whether I don't know if I get big or small, maybe teach meteor sprites the basic drill of earthquakes or natural disasters. Just so you can have a basic idea. And yeah, I don't know, but alright, I forgot. Earthquakes can also cause fires, because explosive stuff can happen, or something that combined together to cause them to explosive. Okay, I think I have a future collab idea in mind. So let's say if I do a future 3D, maybe I would teach my collab mates how to do basic earthquake drills or natural disaster drills. Imagine how funny and educational that would be. That would be awesome if I can do that. Man, I don't think this is my location. Cause what is this place? I don't remember crash landing onto this earth somewhere before. So maybe that's why I got into a habit of when you're done parking and put the emergency brake, because when the earth shakes and you don't put the emergency brake, most likely your car would slip off, your vehicle would slip off. All right. Oh, okay. So basically, when dealing with earthquakes, you're less likely to get water because of the pipes, just being most likely being damaged or spilt or being spilled on. And definitely do not drink flood water. That's not safe. Okay, so I remember when I was watching Are We Lost Yet? It's an anime about high school girls being stranded on an island and learning how to survive. I've learned a lot. So basically, make sure you have something to filter water. It could be your sock. Yeah, it could be socks. It could be socks. Surprisingly, a condom. And then also, let's see. Let me think here. Let's see what else. Yeah, and if you have your own water filter, great. If it doesn't need electricity, that's really great. Okay, but anyways, let's continue. And of course, I mentioned before, if an earthquake is that bad, like the magnitude is that high, the chances for a tsunami can happen. Yeah, if that's more like a 6.0 magnitude there. Dang. So tsunamis, find the greater surface. Fine, go way uphill. And I'm not in this area either. What is this? Oh, it's Colombia. So basically observe animals around you, observe or see water shaking or the lamp lights above is shaking. Then yeah. Did my stream just went offline? Oh dang. Okay, it's back. Yep, stay away from those tall lamps. Oh man, that would be a huge disaster if an operation room if it happens to an earthquake during operation. Oh my gosh, if it's that brutal. And also, let's say you have nothing to filter with. The least you can do is just boil the water. So you at least filter out the clean water as possible. Okay, oh right, interesting, interesting. So at least we know that there are two ways for an earthquake, S and P wave. I did not know a meteorologist exists. What? I think in the future stream maybe I can learn about you meteor sprites. Yeah, how more facts about more trivia about you meteor sprites. Oh, this is a great idea. Over anyways. Okay, I know it's off topic, but I remember I was just having a chat with my dad Jules. I remember back then I told him like maybe you should prepare an emergency bag. And he's like, oh, don't think I don't think a disaster is happening soon. And it's like, well, just in case, because it can happen anytime. And I'm not being that anxious, but it's just preparation. Okay, so then like afterwards, like later on, way later on, Dad, Jalos, and I are talking, having chat again, and then he suddenly said that an earthquake is gonna happen anytime, or a sun flare is gonna blast like a blast above Earth that affects the magnitude, causing the whole wide world of electricity shut down, and it would take months to repair it. I was like, whoa. So you kind of want to get prepared for it. All right. But at least I'm glad that he knows, he's aware. Oh wait, let me see if there's more effects to survive on earthquakes. Okay, maybe not. Come on, I know there's more ways. I know it. There's a disaster manual. Oh wait, I'm checking that out. Oh wait. Let me also. All right, watching right now. All right, there you go. So then aftershock happens 30 seconds. Lasts long for 30 seconds. Dude is not covering his head. This is not a fire, sir. Okay. Well, okay, to be fair, he does need two hands to crawl. Or get something to cover your head. Okay, that's really good. That's really good information. Who puts a cactus next to their bed? Okay, and I see why they said do not stand on door stands. Oh, hold on. Did they say smokehouse? Am I mishearing things? Did they say smokehouse? What the heck? Okay, let me remember. I must have misheard things. Smell gas. Oh my gosh. But I mean, okay, never mind. I was mistaking gas as carbon monoxide. But definitely, yeah, they can turn to carbon monoxide if you breathe into gas too much. Carbon monoxide is really deadly. Wait, really? Okay. Oh dang, so that means we have to find like a another way to at least have leave communication that you're okay, you're right, your loved ones are right. Hmm. Do we just leave a paint? Do we paint it if we're not supposed to be using our phones or any telecommunications? I'm just confused. Like, so basically after an earthquake you're not supposed to be calling your loved ones? Because that could also disrupt the phone lines even more. Um, I am not sure. So basically, just get a marker, write something on the wall. Who's like, "Oh, I'm all right, I'm okay," or just left. I don't know. I don't know. So yep, again. So basically, aftershocks like 30 seconds. So it might. So cleaning in the middle of natural disaster, unless it's not that brutal. Well, I mean, yeah, it depends on the severity of the natural disaster, I suppose. But if it's really risky, then yeah, don't. Okay, interesting. I've learned some things. Oh, one's from the NHK. Welcome to the NHK. Okay, interesting. All right. Let me see. Okay, let's see if I can find more. All right, so just basically just have enough food, drink, dry food. Say like dry foods. All right, and speaking of those beds and I think I saw an animation of someone building of like a bed, but it helps save you. Well, they plan to save you from an earthquake. Let's say I don't know, some button or some sensor they detect in a natural disaster, or you feel a natural disaster coming. You just press that button immediately. Your bed spit is open, and then after that you immediately get in your bed until, and then you have your supplies, your food, drink in there too. I'm sorry, there's a TV in there. Okay. Alright, I just want to make sure it's okay. Hopefully, it's. Oh wait, hopefully it doesn't move it too much. Okay, okay, okay. So yeah, this is the bed I'm talking about. So basically, okay. So you see this person on the bed, and then they built this one so that they can survive earthquakes. Okay, but I don't know how it works for those who have claustrophobia because it's a small space. You have to be laying down. I mean, and then yeah, they do have, but yeah, but I'm fine with the small space. But I don't know for those who have claustrophobia. I don't think that's something you can handle. I don't know if that's something they can handle, but I could be wrong though. Yeah, but a lot of people in the comments saying claustrophobia be like, okay. So yeah, this is the animation I'm talking about. But how much is that bed though? So this is they're planning to make more beds these or they did already, but I don't know how it is nowadays, but this so yeah, this is the animation I'm talking about, that earthquake bed. But this one's pure metal, doesn't that hurt? Like I get you're sleeping and all, but if but the system when it detects it, you're gonna get started like whoa, and then boom, you got your back hurt. I'm pretty sure that must have hurt. And I think I remember that there was also beds or a small space for tsunamis as well, like a really tough submarine, I suppose, or like a small, a huge, or like huge pod to protect yourself from tsunamis. I remember I watched that a long time ago. So yeah, they're planning to store in like dry foods, water, aid kits. I'm sorry, a TV. Okay, I get that you need to entertain yourself when you're bored, but how in the world do you get how let's say you're watching TV on a streaming service. You do need internet, right? But oh, a natural disaster happens like an earthquake. You're not supposed to be using electricity. And without electricity, you don't have internet. And without the internet, you don't have Wi-Fi. And basically without Wi-Fi, you don't have access to things that you need to use the internet for. I just have a lot of questions for this one. So you're saying a TV? Using a TV to okay. I get it to make sure you don't keep yourself to make sure you are, you know, entertained. I get that, but a lot of comments says imagine sleep with the foot hanging out. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, my opinion, I think they need a cushion more in the middle part. What? Iron Mouse is having another outfit? What? It's cool. But anyways, Keep yourself on topic, Angelos. Keep yourself on topic. Okay, let me look for more how to survive from earthquakes. Okay, I don't remember watching this video. This says how to survive an earthquake according to science. Okay, I'm just checking it out right now. Okay, here we go. Oh, well, alright, there you go. And let me set like. Oh man, I should have not used the search button like that. I'll censor that once once I'm done streaming. But anyways, here's what I'm watching right now. That's the same sound glass effect breaking glass effect I use from when editing my videos, I suppose. Oh, fault lines. I believe the reason it's called Ring of Fire is because there's volcanoes surrounding that area. That's why it's called the Ring of Fire. And of course, earthquake can also cause landslides and avalanche. Avalanche. Ah, dog, I don't know. Okay, pause. Secure large items. I saw comments like, how in the world to store a big TV? But for my opinion, I think that's the reason why they need to store large items because to prevent further damage. I get that, but I feel like we need to store in like important stuff, and also take care of the loved ones. Let's say an emergency bag, dry food, water, important documents, and skedaddle. Oh, okay. So like what I said I learned earlier. Put heavy stuff at the bottom, put the lighter stuff on the top. Yeah, you should use that as a habit. Yep. We should use that as a habit. And of course, practice drop, cover, hold on. I really want to teach my collabmates that someday. I was like, oh, okay, so I can imagine the future. It's like, I'm going to teach my collabmates how to drop, cover, and hold, or learn how to survive earthquakes. And it's like, nah, we got it. But let's just see if they got it. Or like, no, you're doing this wrong. No, no. Imagine I could do this in 3D. Oh man, that would be great, great. That'll be fun, educational too. And then their fans and my fans, they'd be like, what? Oh, okay, that's how they survive from natural disasters. Oh man, in the future, oh man, if I have merch, but like so for Corey, so if I want to have a merch, I want something that's useful, not just to store, not just to keep it in the dust for long. But I also want to make sure my merch is also useful too. Like I don't know, emergency bag merch or pepper spray. VTuber merch, VTuber pepper spray merch. Let's go. Or VTuber always so merch. Oh, maybe a can opener. A VTuber merch of can opener. That'll be great. Well, to be honest, for for VTuber merch, for my opinion, I think I prefer like snap cards. Yes, standees is fine. That's fine. But also, I would like my merch to be also be useful, like some clothing that can keep you warm or good material that can also be durable. Just be durable. Maybe plant based. Who knows? Okay, but anyways, make an emergency family plan. Or an emergency bag, so supply box, I don't know. Alright, speaking of phones, um, let's say you don't have an outlet to charge your phone. Maybe you should get a battery. You know those batteries that charges your device, your telecommunication device? Yeah, you should get those. They could be useful. Kryzen broke. The fact that they have to keep mentioning do not stand in the doorway means something. So don't stand in the doorway, I suppose. And I think the reason to not stand on the doorway is because maybe back then it used to be really durable, but ancient times is really durable. But now in modern times, maybe the reason they say not to use doors because maybe the modern ones they're not that stable much when it comes to earthquakes. So you might end up falling if you hold onto the doorways. So maybe that's why it's not a good plan to hold on to doorways. But depending, so yeah, aftershock. So maybe I don't know how when an aftershock can happen. So let me look that up. Let me look that up. How when? So like after the first shake, when does an aftershock occur? When does an aftershock occur? Depending on the severity. Okay, all right. A dot I meant specifically them like the estimation. They say they continue for over a period of weeks, months, or years. But okay, but like, let's say in your area when you're supposed to expect it for an aftershock. Oh my gosh. Swear, it's getting hard to search things that you want to search nowadays. Okay, core. Let's see what core has in store. Okay, I saw a line that the aftershock can happen 15 minutes after the main shock, so the first shake of the earthquake. So it can happen 15 minutes. I see. It also depends the severity of the earthquake. Okay, but anyways. Alright. It makes sense why you should cover your mouth instead of screaming because of dust and debris that can get into your lungs. So maybe maybe that's why you have to make noise to let them know that, oh, you're stuck, you're trapped, or someone's trapped. Oh, interesting. So for those who want to help during the natural disasters, the video said to wear protective clothing. Make sure it's safe to do so. Like for basic first aid or CPR, like when it's safe to give someone CPR, make sure the surroundings are safe, and if it's not, then you have no choice but to keep yourself safe. Oh man, now the thing is, I think I want to learn how to actually do CPR. Like I feel like that's also basic survival and assisting skills. Okay. Um I'm trying to think what else I'm gonna discuss here. Okay, yeah, I can't think of anything else, but yeah. Um I just hope that I just hope that it helps us learn more about earthquakes and how to survive from it. And if you think it's useful, then that's great. If you think it's helpful and useful, great. Apply that knowledge, I suppose, but just do so with caution. Okay, I think I'll call it a day. So the next stream I'll be playing, I think it's Elevator Hitch, or is it Queen of Morthorn? I can't believe I spelled Queen of Morthorn wrong again. Okay, let me just check my schedule, making sure I don't mess up, I don't say the wrong stuff. Just checking my schedule. Okay, so I'll be playing Elevator Hitch for the next stream, and after that, Queen of Morthorn. See up Elevator Hitch, the one that made Dead Plate. I think Rachel draws this. Okay, thank you all for stopping by, learning, watching along with me and chatting with me about learning about earthquakes. and I hope you have a good one. And I would definitely apply the knowledge that I would definitely apply the knowledge that I've learned today. So I hope you have a good one. Taking out the so doing. Bye. And I really don't know how to raid someone's stream, so I'll just take you to someone's stream then. Let's say. Let me take a look. Alright, I'm taking you to Alira Pandora's stream. And have fun. Alright. I hope you have a good one. Take care of the so swing. Bye.